This wasn't a missing person investigation. This was a murder investigation.
It's the end of January 2019, and Lancashire Police receive an emergency call from a deeply concerned parent.
Hello, Lancashire Police.
Hello. I'd like to report a missing person.
And who's missing, please?
My daughter, Susan Waring.
And how long has she been missing for?
3 weeks.
From the 999 call, we established from Linda, Susan's mum, that David, Susan's son, had been looking for her almost daily for 3 weeks. And it got to a point where the family themselves thought they had no other options other than to contact the police and report Susan missing.
When did you last see her? Or when was she last seen, do you know?
Somebody said she was staying at somebody called Alan's, but I don't know his address.
She'd mentioned a lad called Alan, and she didn't know his surname. And as part of the investigation, we found out that Susan had been in a relationship with a local man that had broken down, and she had immediately taken up a relationship with this Alan. And we went to speak to him as part of the inquiries that we made. He seemed to be cooperative. He said he hadn't seen Susan and that she'd just left. He said it wasn't unusual.
But one thing police also want to ask Alan about is a photo of Susan with injuries to her face, which had been sent to the Waring family.
Bizarrely, Alan sends my little sister, my younger sister, some photos of Susan's face all battered and bruised. That was a massive concern.
So have you, basically, did you send a photo to her sister last night?
Yeah.
Of some injuries that she had? Where did you get...
The photographs, I got them off her phone, but they're not on it. I can't understand how it's gone because Susie deleted them. She won't let me have the photographs.
He said he'd been trying to contact her, sending her messages on Facebook and texts to her phone. He couldn't offer a lot, but then he did say that she might have gone back to an ex-partner.
With searches so far proving fruitless, Jeff drafts in a proof-of-life team to investigate Susan's digital footprint.
The investigation established that everything that Susan did normally, her life pattern, had stopped. She used a particular off-licence to get her drink. She used a particular shop to get her daily needs, bread, milk, etc. She used social media on a daily basis. She withdrew cash from the same cash machine. Everything that Susan did to live just stopped.
Finding out that a bank wasn't being used, finding out there was nothing on social media, no phone calls, I knew she was gone.
The police basically changed their appeal. A huge bombshell was dropped. They were no longer treating the disappearance of Susan as just a missing persons. They were now treating Susan's disappearance as a murder investigation.
I said that Alan Edwards was to be arrested on suspicion of murder. That was because when I looked into him, he had a number of convictions for violence and other matters. He had one conviction relating to a domestic violence matter. But really importantly, he had 6 non-convictions that were related to domestic issues. I just saw Alan Edwards as a threat against women.
The main question is, are you responsible for the murder of Susan Waring?
I'm not, no.
When he was being taken back to the police station, Mr. Edwards shouted, completely unsolicited, "No body, no murder," which was quite interesting because nobody had prompted that. One of the unusual things that he said during the interview was, "The only blood you will find in that house will be mine." We had at the time forensic investigators in Alan Edwards' flat. We had crime scene investigators, crime scene managers and forensic scientists who were doing intricate forensic sampling of anything that we thought relevant. The forensics had identified lots of spots of blood within Alan Edwards' premises. That was analysed by a blood specialist, a blood pattern specialist, who said that the blood pattern analysis was consistent with an assault.